Welcome back to this edition of the Firecast. I'm Ron Daly, and I'm here with a young lady, a teacher from Ashland Independent, Rebecca Howe, and she's got an interesting project dealing with student engagement. So tell us how you came up with this idea, and then of course your sister is watching. So we're, in addition to the whole world watching, your sister is watching.
So I have an audience. All right.
Yeah, yes.
I became familiar with the ACT project really with my sister because her school has been doing it for several years. My district just joined KVEC last year. So, of course, we started taking on more KVEC initiatives, and I'm very proactive in networking because I think everybody is better when they're working as a team. Nobody's great in isolation. So, of course, I got with Jennifer and I told her absolutely that I wanted my school, Oakview, to be an ACT school. So then we started the process of determining what it is that we wanted to work on.
And when you say ACT school,
activating catalytic transformations.
Okay.
Yeah. And so really what you're doing is you're trying to identify a problem of practice in your building, and then as a team you develop a theory of action that you're going to implement in order to bring about long-term results. So my school actually chose to do student engagement. We wanted to get the biggest bang for our buck. So we started looking at data, and we're really surprised at some of the things we found in our data, and we really feel like that we had a misconception as the educators as to what true engagement looks like. A lot of things that we thought were engagement was basically just student compliancy. And so we really are looking at techniques and strategies that we can do through teaching methods to get kids more actively involved in the learning process.
That's what's interesting in a lot of these projects. People will start with a certain idea, but then it's a learning process for the teachers.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It is a long-term professional growth and development system is basically what it is. And it's transforming the way that we're presenting information to kids. It's causing us to question what it is that we're asking kids to do. And truly, like when we ask a kid to complete a task, what is it that that student is being asked to do, and what are they going to be able to give us when it's completed, and then making sure that it's rigorous to the standards. A lot of what we found was that, we're teaching and we're working hard, but are we always presenting grade level rigorous material to our students? And we really are having to fine tune even the assessments that we give, the practices that we're using, the methods that we're implementing in our classrooms.
You mentioned some earlier in your remarks about how Ashland just joined Kentucky Valley Education Cooperative, but then you're learning from others and learning from your sister. So that's a really neat thing to where you're learning from people outside the district.
Absolutely. KVEC is a wonderful networking opportunity. I encourage anybody who is involved in the KVEC cohort to get out and network. First thing that I did when I got the principal job at Oakview was and this was my 6th year, was to put a team of teachers together and visit my sister's school at Allen, because before going to Ashland, I had 15 years in Floyd County. I was familiar with KVEC, and I was familiar because it was my cohort. It was what I was used to. So I got my people together and said, we've got to get an hour up the road and see what's going on. So I was tickled to death whenever our superintendent approached us as a district and said, what do you think about joining KVEC? And I was like, let's go, because I know what's happening up there.
Why did you go into teaching? Is it a career that you enjoy?
Oh, I have a funny story. Actually, I graduated high school when I was 16. I graduated in 3 years, and I can remember vividly sitting down whenever you're sitting with your college advisor and you're trying to build those schedule, and it was like, okay, what do you want to do? And I told, when I was 16 years old, I want to be a school administrator. I didn't say teacher. I said, I want to be a school administrator. What do I have to do? And so it was like, well, you got to be certified to teach, and what do you like? So I ended up doing secondary English, 5 or 6 years teaching, and I've been in some type of administrative position ever since. So I knew very early that I wanted to do administration.
Yeah. And why administration and not necessarily the teaching? It's all very important.
Oh, absolutely. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know what, I'm passionate about teaching. I loved my classroom experience. And I tell myself sometimes when I retire, I don't know if I got all the classroom out of me. I could see me in some kind of teaching role again. I've just always been more of a managerial, more of a communicator, if that's my skill set. So I think that's why I went.
Have you been able to manage your sister?
Oh, that's a full-time job. That's a whole separate gig.
Hey, Rebecca, appreciate all you do, and congratulations on your work.
Thank you very much.